Hello Smooth fans, it's a pleasure to be here today. I am here to talk a little bit about international SEO. Five do's and don'ts that I see all the time happening, and I would like to share them with you as an extension of my Moscow presentation about this topic too. So the first one is identify all the resources for your international SEO process from the beginning. This is very, very important that you advise your client, even if it's not a purely type of SEO thing to do, or maybe some of the aspects that they need to take into consideration are not necessarily from an SEO perspective. It's important that here you are a consultant from him and you say, hey, please be aware that in order to go international, you will need at some point native support, that you will need to reply to your clients in the appropriate language, that you will need to be mindful of also about international deliveries if these are like tangible products to be sent, the pricing, the currency, of course, language, cultural factors, seasonality factors, if it is language targeting, country targeting, all of these aspects is very, very important, and to make sure that these are aligned within the website goal, and if at some point growth is needed, how this is going to grow. So all of these are alternative and additional aspects that are not necessarily purely SEO. It's very, very important that you advise to your client so he's aware, because at the end, these can be also factors that might affect your work, and you want this to be successful, of course. The second one, set and plan the growth of your international web presence from the start. And again, it's very important that you identify where will be your profitable markets at the beginning, where it's better to start from a profit perspective. Of course, that if you are going to target a specific country because there's enough search volume going on there and about your services or products, or if there are not enough, then you will first target all of the language with specific landing pages, maybe for some countries to test a little bit the market, but not with a full website, international website version for each one of the countries, right? So it's very important that you set this very well from the beginning, that you are also aware how you are going to evolve and migrate from one to one, that you take into considerations also the pros and cons and the different alternative from web structure, international web structure that I share during my Moscow presentation, and you can share, check on my slides, and also I have written about them before, and you can see in the international SEO checklist that I published in the most blogs like a couple of weeks ago, and you can also check out also in the SEO blog. I have already written about international SEO strategy. You can check the pros and cons of these different alternatives, whether CCTLDs, subdirectories, subdomains. Verify well how, if it is not possible, for example, to start with a CCTLD for a specific country, you need to start with a subdirectory, how you are going to evolve from one to the other, how you are going to treat each language or each country so they can coexist very well if at some point you are country targeting and language targeting at the same time. These type of things are little things, but that will keep your international web structure clean, consistent, and you won't face issues to growth in the future. Third one, don't assume the behavior and preferences of your international markets and the audience in general. Seasons can be different, the seasonality, the behavior of the users. Don't assume that the top products that you have for your current markets are going to be the top products necessarily for these other markets. Do a full keyword research, behavior research, research your competitors, research how your audience behave, and which are the type of content that they like the most, the formats that they consume, which are the top media. All of these different aspects are going to affect, at the end, your operations there, how you are going to promote and publish your content there, and connect with this audience at the end. This is what you want. This is the final goal, to connect, to convert, to get benefits, of course. So please be mindful of this. Don't assume anything. Never, even if it is audience that speak your same language, we wrongly assume that they will behave the same. No, no, no. Please verify this well, the trends, seasonality specifically, pricing models, all of this is very, very important. Also, avoid automatic content translations and redirects. If someone comes from Spain, don't automatically redirect the user to your Spanish version, for example. It's better to suggest and tell, hey, we have here a version that might be more suitable for you, not with an interstitial in an intrusive way, but in a friendly way. Take a look at how Amazon does it. I also share an example in my Moscow presentation. In a very friendly way, you can alert your user that there might be a better suited version for them, and you are friendly with your user, you are friendly with search engines, and you also promote your international versions, because at the end you also want to take and to make the most out of them if you have them, of course. And the same with content. I have seen unfortunately too many websites that it's like they have just gone to Google Translate, like copy pasted the content and publish on their website. This needs to be done by a real person, right? A translator, a native person. This, again, you can say, okay, this costs too much, I am not able to do this. If you start little by little, and if you focus on the markets and on the products that are the most important ones, and you prioritize them instead of, you don't need to go with an international web version that is like 1 million pages at the beginning, right? So you want to start little by little, but it's better that you start and you prioritize your international web version little by little, not with a huge amount of content, but good quality, localized content that really connect with the right audience. And the fifth one, measure each international web presence independently, but understand the interaction of each one of them. And this is very, very important because you want to set independent profile from Google Webmaster Tools or the Yandex Webmaster Tool of the search engine that you are targeting and you are working with for the country that you are targeting to. So from Webmaster Tool presence, each version should have their own profile there. Also with Google Analytics or your analytical software, each presence need to have their own profile. Again, if you are tracking rankings, of course. So it's good that you segment a lot, so you are able to verify, to validate what's the behavior of your international users per presence, and to be able to take the appropriate decisions and to validate much better. But at the same time, it's good if you can keep also in Web Analytics an overall profile, so you can set also the multi-domain tracking, so you can also see what's the behavior from one presence to another. If at some point one user arrived to another and ended up on another version, you can also see this, and you can understand that these are not like two independent visits, but really one visitor going from one side to another. All of this information, I am pretty sure that will be valuable, I expect it so. If there's any other type of question that you have about international SEO, please let me know. Please leave a comment. I would love to be able to help. Also, take a look at the international SEO map.com website that I published from my Moscow presentation. Take a look at the slides and please let me know if you have any question. Muchas gracias.